What if you could drop the same character into completely different scenes and get a consistent result every single time? That is exactly what Google Flow's new character tool is built to do. In this video, I am going to walk you through the full process, building a character from scratch, setting up a custom voice profile, and then using the new avatar feature at the end. Once you are inside Flow, look at the left side panel and click on Characters. This is where everything starts. You have 3 ways to build a character: a template, a prompt, or an upload. For this tutorial, we are going to build one from scratch using the prompt option. I am going to use this prompt. It is a woman in her early 20s, long natural straight hair, warm brown skin, looking directly at the camera, neutral expression, soft studio lighting, clean white background, and photorealistic. I am running this with Nano Banana Pro. Once your prompt is ready, hit Run. There we go. Flow processes the prompt and gives us our first reference image. Now, if you are not happy with this result, you can go back to the prompt field and type what you want to change. You will see a Show History button at the top. That is where all your previous generations are stored. You can go back and forth until you get the right one. Getting this first reference right is really important. This image is going to be the anchor for every generation you run after this. So take your time with it. Once you are satisfied, move to the next step. Right below the main reference, you will see a plus button. Click it. Flow takes you to a new screen where it asks you to describe the outfit and body of your character. This is how it builds additional angle references. I am typing that she is wearing a fitted olive green blazer, high-waisted black trousers, and white sneakers with a small gold necklace. Then I run the generation. What Flow does here is take your first reference and produce different views of the same subject, front, side, and other angles. And there she is from multiple views. Same face, same hair, different angles. If you do not like the result, just hover over the image, click the dispose icon at the top, and run it again with slight changes to the description. One thing to keep in mind, you can only have 2 reference images total. Your main portrait and this multi-angle one. That is the current limit. Now we move on to the voice. I recommend putting on headphones for this part so you can properly audition the options. Click Select a Voice on the left panel. A full voice library opens up. You can preview any voice by clicking the play button next to it. Listen through a few of them. But here is the more interesting part. At the top of this panel, you will see Create New Voice. Click that. First, pick a bass voice. I am going to preview a few and then lock in on this one. Remember, you cannot upload an external audio file here. You are working with the preset voices as a starting point, and then you shape them with a description. I am naming this voice Cleo. For the description, I am writing calm, slightly husky, medium-paced, warm and reassuring tone. Then for the sample dialogue. This is what the model will use to audition the voice I am typing. I never planned on becoming the person who talks to an AI every single morning, but here we are. Go ahead and use your own line here. Something with natural sentence rhythm works best. Once you fill in the sample dialogue, generated a preview icon appears at the bottom. Click it. The model will process your base voice, your description, and that line together, and play back the result. Listen carefully. Does the tone match what you described? If you want to adjust, just go back to the description field, change a word or two, and the Regenerate button will appear again. Once you are happy with the result, click Save New Voice. Cleo now shows up in your voice list. One heads up here. Once you save a voice, you cannot go back and edit it. You can play it and delete it, but that is it. So make sure you are happy before saving. When you are ready, click Add to Character. Now give the character a name. I am calling her Cleo to match the voice. Then scroll down to the optional character info section. This is where you write the personality description. Whatever you put here feeds directly into Flow's agent tool. It means you do not have to re-explain who this character is every time you run a new generation. The model reads this profile automatically. Once you have the images, the voice, and the description all set, click Done at the top. Cleo is now saved and ready to use across your projects. To use the character in a generation, first switch to image generation and select your ratio, then just type the it symbol in the prompt field and select Cleo from the dropdown. Here is the prompt I am running. Full body shot of Cleo walking through a modern airport terminal, pulling a carry-on suitcase, wearing the olive green blazer, natural lighting, cinematic. Hit, run. And there she is. Same face, same hair, consistent with our reference. You can see the character is holding across different scenes and lighting conditions. Now let me run one more, this time a video. For the video test, I am running a medium close-up of Cleo sitting at a cafe window seat, holding a white ceramic coffee cup with both hands, looking outside, soft morning light. Format is 9:16, and I am running this with VO3 Lite. Really solid result. The face is consistent, the lighting reads well, and the cup ingredient worked. That is the character tool and voice profiles covered. Now let's talk about the avatar feature. The avatar feature lets you use your own face and voice inside Flow. But there are a few things you need to know before you set it up. First, this feature is still in beta, so depending on your country, you may or may not have access yet and it can be a little inconsistent. Second, and this is the most important part, the avatar has to be you. Google requires it. To set it up, open the Gemini app on your phone, follow the instructions to record a short selfie video from the front and both sides, and then read a few numbers out loud so it can build your voice profile. And that is the full rundown. You built a character from scratch using a custom prompt, set up a voice profile with a personality description, tested the character across image and video generations, and walked through how the avatar feature works. The character tool is genuinely one of the more useful things Flow has added. Having a consistent reference that carries across every generation saves a lot of back and forth. Give it a go with your own character and see what you get. If this helped, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe so you do not miss what comes next.